You are listening to episode 2 of Leaders on Purpose podcast. Hi there. Welcome to Leaders on Purpose podcast. This is your host, Manal Bernoussi. I am a multi-passionate mom of twins and a corporate executive in Casablanca, Morocco, living and sharing my personal development journey. In this podcast, we're looking to develop the skills, habits, and mindset to reveal our full potential for a greater purpose. I'll be inviting inspiring people, beautiful souls, Moroccans, Canadians, Americans, Nigerians, and more. People from all backgrounds and different nationalities to inspire us to live our true purpose and create great impact. So join me every other Sunday and let's make this happen. Hi everyone, welcome back to Leaders on Purpose podcast. This is Manal speaking. Today is a solo episode. I am back every other Sunday and I will be alternating between bringing you the most amazing guests and shorter episodes like this one, where it will be just me reflecting on some of the topics I feel are the most important for our self-development journey. These will be some nuggets for you to reflect on and a way for me to pack all the learnings that I get from the books that I read, the programs that I follow, the incredible seminars that I like to put myself into, pack all that valuable knowledge and share it with you guys as a way to create a ripple effect and hopefully support you in your self-development journey. But before I dive in, I'm going to take a quick moment to express my deepest gratitude and appreciation for each and every one of you, because it has been incredible to see all the amazing reviews that are flying in since the launch of the podcast. I love that you all enjoyed the interview with Dina Al-Hulou from 2 weeks ago, how deeply you related to her story. It was incredible to see all of your feedback, and there are some of your incredible reviews that made a really big difference to me. So I'm about to pick some of them to honor you and to say thank you. So here's Iman from France. Thank you, Manal and Dina, for offering us your humanity with such generosity. Thank you for speaking about courage, trust, and faith. It is so helpful and inspiring by these times. I love the tempo, the topics, and tone of the voices. Thank you, ladies, for this amazing first episode. I can't wait for the other ones to come. Now, this one is from Canada. Brilliant, inspiring, motivating, felt like I was hearing a friend caring. This is a very worthwhile podcast and I wish all involved a long success. Thank you so much, Danielle from Canada. Guys, we've got reviews from the US, from Spain, from Tunisia, from Morocco, from Canada. The podcast entered the top 50 chart in the education and self-development categories for some of these countries in its first week of existence. This is insane. I am so unbelievably humbled. Thank you for all the love and support. And I promise you, this is just the beginning and you are exactly where you're meant to be. So today we're going to be talking about the power of belief and the importance of building your mindset. And I think that the most important thing that someone needs to have success or have happiness or fulfillment or incredible relationships or a successful business, whatever it is the actual belief that what it is that they truly want is possible for them. Because if you think about it, if you have the lack of belief in whatever it is that you're trying to go towards, then you're going to have a lack of action. Because if you don't truly believe in yourself, then you're not going to take the action that you need to create the life that you want. So if you have a lack of belief, you're going to have a lack of action. If you have a lack of action, you're going to have a lack of results, which means that your results are not going to be what you want them to be and is going to line up with the belief that you actually had. And I think that very, very, very few people in the world have ever succeeded without 100% believing in themselves. Now, does that belief vary from time to time? Of course it does. There are some days where successful people wake up and they're like, I don't know if I can do this. And this is why I love reading biographies and autobiographies. They give you such great insights on the mindset. They're like I don't know if I can do this. But when they feel that lack of belief, they fight through it anyways. And success doesn't have to be just success in a monetary way. You have to define what success means to you. You can't let the culture do that. It can be happiness, it can be fulfillment, it can be successful marriage, it can be a successful mindset. Whatever it is, when I say success, I am not talking about financial success. I am talking about success in all facets of people's lives. So you have to realize that believing in yourself, believing in creating something that you have never created or doing something that you have never done is absolutely necessary if you're going to be successful at whatever it is you personally want to be successful at. And to illustrate the power of that, just take a second and think about the placebo effect, which I'm sure you know what that is. I think it is absolutely insane that we don't talk about it more often. The placebo effect goes literally like this. Somebody walks in, they have an issue, they go to the doctor, and the doctor says, okay, we're going to fix this. So they give a percentage of people a drug or medicine to see if it will work, and they give a percentage of people a sugar pill, which does absolutely nothing to them. And the placebo effect means that people are given a sugar pill, a pill that does absolutely nothing to them, and they cure whatever disease or sickness that they have simply by believing that they're going to be cured. Why is everybody not completely blown away and talk about how incredible the mind is when you think about this example of the placebo effect? So if someone can literally cure themselves just by believing that a fake pill is curing them of the disease, why can't you create the life that you want to just by believing it is possible? Because you have on the other side of this, besides the placebo effect, you also have the nocebo effect. Nocebo effect is people that think they are sick actually make themselves sick. That's what is crazy. So I guess what I'm saying is, you can make yourself healthy by your thoughts, and you can make yourself sick by your thoughts. This is the exact same thing. You can make yourself successful in whatever you want to create and make yourself successful at, or you can make yourself unsuccessful and hold yourself back from the success that you truly want simply by what you are believing in your own mind. And it comes down to your beliefs and realizing that the talent rarely in this world informs about someone's success. It is really somebody's skills and abilities that they built, they worked on, that made them who they are. You can't look at somebody and say, oh, they are successful because they are talented. They are where they are because they are talented. No, you have to realize that talent will only take you so far. Then you have to build up your skills and build up your capabilities. And your capabilities are built, they are not given. You have first to believe in yourself before you can go out and build those skills and build those capabilities. And it really comes down to talent versus skill. This is a very simple thing. There is talent and there is skill. And by the way, there is an incredible book. It is called Talent is Overrated. And it talks about how very rarely does somebody get to where they are, incredible athletes or incredible performers, just by talent. Because talent only gets you so far. And what you really need is skill and repetition. And in order to build the skills and to build the abilities that you need, you have to have the belief that you can actually get there. A professional athlete is not going to wake up every morning at 4 or 5 and work unless they believe that they can get to whatever it is that they want to achieve. Unless they believe that they can be one of the best. So they have to believe in their mind that the outcome that they see, and no one else in the world sees but them, they have to believe that that is possible. That is the power of belief. Belief will wake you up in the morning. It will get you out before everybody else. It will get you to the gym. It will get you to work on yourself, your business, your marriage, your mindset, your meditation. It will get you to work on yourself, knowing that you believe that this future that you truly want is out there somewhere. And you know that you just have to put in the work to get there. So belief is needed to get you to that place. It's all a process, and it starts by you. It really comes down to the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. You know, a growth mindset is a mindset that says, I know I am not where I want to be yet, but I know that I can get there. Why? Because I am going to grow into that version of myself. A fixed mindset says, I will not be there ever because I am the way that I am. I won't get to where I want to go because I was not born with the talent that I need to be there. That's a fixed mindset. A growth mindset says, I will grow into it, I will put in the work, I believe in myself, and I'm going to put in the work to get to where I want to go. A fixed mindset says, I will never get there because I am the way that I am, and it's always the way it will be. So the question I have for you is, which one are you? Are you dealing with a fixed mindset? Are you trying to break out of this fixed mindset that says you're never going to be more than what you currently are? That you are where you're stuck? Or are you in that growth mindset that says, I believe in myself. I am not where I want to be. I know I am not where I want to be, but damn it, I am going to get myself out to where I want to be. Which one are you? Do you have a fixed mindset or do you have a growth mindset? Because growth mindset sees effort and failures and setbacks as a good thing. Effort and failure and setbacks are required to get me to where I want to go. They are required to force me to grow into the person that I need to be. You have to struggle to grow. It's like the image of the butterfly. As the butterfly, approaches its moment of release from the cocoon, when it will finally be able to fly, its wings are pushing and pushing and pushing against the inside of the cocoon. And it's actually that pushing motion that strengthens the butterfly's wings so that when it is ready to emerge, it is able to fly. If we were to take a pair of scissors or a knife and split open the cocoon before the butterfly was ready, it wouldn't be strong enough to fly. So it is strengthened by its struggles. Aren't there so many times in our lives when we feel like shouting, now is the time, or I'm tired of waiting, or I want it to happen right now? We wonder when we will be able to see the payoff of our efforts, so we declare, I am ready, I need it to happen now. Well, but maybe I'm not ready. In those moments, I am reminded of the journey of the butterfly and its process of transformation and building strength. And it's only when the butterfly is ready and has built up its strength that it can take the flight. And there's this beautiful quote by a Chinese philosopher that says, just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. So you never know when the right time is, when you are actually ready. So growth mindset sees their setbacks as lessons and opportunities to grow. The fixed mindset, on the other hand, sees the setback as proof that it will never happen. Let me say that again. The growth mindset sees the setbacks and failures as lessons to improve because they have to what? Believe in themselves. So they have the power of belief. They go, okay, I failed. I have a setback. It's requiring more effort than I thought, but I know that I will get there. And I know that I'm improving a little bit more each time that I'm trying to do this. That's the growth mindset. The fixed mindset says, I have a setback, I have a failure. This is just proof that I'm not going to succeed. This is proof that I was not built for this. It is true that I am not good enough. So which one do you have? Be honest with yourself. Do you have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? The fixed mindset will withdraw from the activity when they fail. Growth mindset will look at it and work through the activity and work around whatever the setback was. So you have to ask yourself, have I been living my life in a growth mindset, or have I been living my life in a fixed mindset? Because if it has been a fixed mindset, you don't have to stay there. What you need to do is you need to stop focusing on all the reasons why you can't succeed. You need to start focusing on all the little tiny improvements. Even if you just get a little bit better this day than you were yesterday, that's just a glimpse into the fact that if you can do this every day, if you just can improve 1% every day, then you're 100% better in 100 days. But don't look at that 1% and say, I only got 1% better today. No, you gotta look at that 1% and say, oh my gosh, I got 1% better. What if I did that every single day? So building skills and repetition are what you need. And it all comes back to belief. And I think there is a certain level of naivete that is needed to be successful. Because ultimately, you have to believe that I'm going to create something that has never been created before. Or you have to think that I'm going to do something that I have never done before. So there's a certain amount of naivete that is needed in order to go, I'm going to do this, even though there is no proof from my past existence that I can do this. You have to be naive to believe that and to succeed. So realize the power of your belief, the power of just believing that you can do something, because your thoughts and your beliefs change your words, and your words create your world. So if you're not believing in yourself, you're not using the right words. And if you're not using the right words, you are brainwashing yourselves, because our words and our thoughts are all brainwashing us, whether we want to admit it or we don't. They still are. So it's either brainwashing you to believe that you are stuck in the place that you are and you are going to be there forever, or it's brainwashing you to believe, you know what? I can actually do something different. Because ultimately, your beliefs change your words change your world, and you have to realize you speak your world into existence. Your thoughts create your reality. You speak your future into existence with the words that you're saying today. If you say, I was not born with that, I am not good at that, I'm not smart enough, whatever you say, you create every single second of your life by the way that you think and the way that you speak and the actions that you take. That's just a fact. Every single second of your life is created by your thoughts, your words, and your actions. So don't ever say I can't or I am not, because you are just shutting the door at what you are capable of doing when you say I can't or I'm not. You're shutting the door to all future opportunities when you say something like that. You're leading your subconscious to actually believe what you're saying. Like, yeah, she's right. She's not good enough at that. That is how important it is to pay attention to the words you say to yourself. Don't ever say, I can't do that. You have to switch it to, I can do that yet. It's just a simple change. You can't say, I am improving at that. Don't say something like, I am not good at math, or I'm not good at public speaking. Say something like, I am improving at math or at public speaking. I am working at getting better. It's the difference between leaving the door open, even a little tiny crack. I am improving at math. It's a little crack that is opening, versus I am not good at math. Door shut. You can always improve at anything that you want to improve at. That's the difference between closing the door and leaving the door open. Say stuff like, I won't give up. I know I can do it. I will succeed. You have to speak your words to existence by saying it over and over and over again. You're saying that which means that you're also hearing it, which means that you're also programming your subconscious, which means that you're actually changing the foundations of your beliefs. Your thoughts and your words are so incredibly important. So pay attention to everything that you say, because ultimately you create your reality. In order to succeed, you have to be the first person to believe that you can succeed. That is the power of belief. The power of belief is that you can think and say and create those things into existence. But you gotta be really, really careful on what it is that you think and that you say. Pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to your words, pay attention to your actions, because your thoughts lead to your words once again and to your actions, and your words and actions create your reality. And one last thing I want to share is your environment is critical. Make sure you surround yourself with people that share the same mindset you want to be at. Love your family, but choose your peers. Join a community of people that will lift you up, because the environment you put yourself into is the reality you're gonna experience every day. So that's what I got for you for this episode. If you like what you hear, please leave a comment and a review. Screenshot this episode and share it on social media. Tag a friend, tag me so I can say hi and thank you. That would mean the world to me, and it helps get this message to the ears of as many people as possible. Thanks again for joining me today, and have a great day. That is it. Thank you so much for spending your most precious asset with me, which is your time. I am so grateful. If you like what you hear, please take a quick second to hit subscribe, write a review, and share with a friend. Spread the love. If you think it's something they could benefit from, that will make a huge difference to keep this podcast going. I make it my mission to bring you as much valuable content as possible and absolutely incredible guests. I am back every other Sunday. Thank you so much again for listening, and I hope you have an amazing day.